science here wishes to take over this body.
Huh. You mean my body?
A pity that thou art not as combative with it. It is consuming thy mind e'en now, and yet thou dost offer no resistance. If thou dost allow it to continue, thou wilt be erased, replaced, and that is not in my best interests either.
Now that's ironic. Isn't that what you're doing to me?
An insulting comparison. This parasite is nothing. It is insignificant. I can easily protect us, if thou dost allow it. Thou shouldst give me more space, more liberty. Open thy mind instead of keeping me prisoner.
Yeah, we'll see. You're asking me to let you come in and mark out your territory. But at what price?
Thou wilt gain access to a greater part of me, to my knowledge, to my power. All that thou risketh is to gain in knowledge and power, and that can do thee no harm. We shall only be stronger, both of us.
Well, let's see. Everything is rosy and without a care.
I imagine that thou wouldst undergo a slight physical transformation. Thy body was not conceived to contain a power such as mine. It will consume thee if thou refuseth to evolve.
There we go. Admit it. You feel better.
Whatever thou risketh in trusting me is insignificant in comparison with what awaits us if thou dost stay and do nothing. If thou dost refuse to evolve, we will both soon be lost, and this world will follow.
Right, all right. Between the non-stop screaming and all your moaning, my head is going to explode anyway. So go ahead and do it.
Wise decision. Thou wilt not regret it. Now, thou must empty out all of thy thoughts. Allow me to move. Yes. At last I can move. Breathe. Think freely. Thou mayest continue. If anything tries to control thy mind, I will make certain they understand who is in command.
Damn, this place is giving me the shivers. At least there's nobody here to give a shit if I crap my pants.
If thou art incapable of controlling thy body, thou mayest as well let me do it.
Don't push me.
Beware of those creatures. They are powerful and probably the most vicious in all the Deadwalker army.
rather not show up in person. Oh yeah, I don't hear your voice in my head, actually. You must have figured that out, right? So if you've got a message to deliver, you're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Forget it. I came down here to do two things. Look for mushrooms and kick somebody's ass. And guess what? I ain't found any mushrooms.
and soon will no longer exist. Today I fall, but dozens of new brothers and sisters will rise from the dead. The Dark Lords will raise me up again, and they will reward me.
Well, your Ice Lords have never messed with a Powder Master, now have they?
If you listen to the rabble who actually live in the swamps, we should head back to the village now. If he was right, and a general is directing the attack, only your power could stop them.
I know this place. The village is not far away to the right.
They're everywhere. We're holding this gate, but I think the others have been overrun.
Do you know where the captain is?
He headed for the center of the village. Sounded like it wasn't going well over there. You should go and help him.
not wasting any time.
The puppet he confronts. It is not like the others.
It's more likely to be the puppet master. He looks like a Deadwalker general. He's probably leading the assault on Valminor.
All of this power he animates with, it belongs to me. It was stolen and twisted by your miserable magicians. It is time to take back what is mine by right.
If you're planning to take care of him like all the others, sounds good to me. Prince Arundel won't last long facing that kind of monster.
He is using more power than thou wilt allow me to deploy.
I can take care of myself, and here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna screw up our enemies big time. Let's go do it. That was one tough death's head. But it won't command anyone now. Without their general, the dead walkers should leave us alone for a while. But they'll reorganize, so we can't stay here.
You're right, mercenary. Let's use the time to leave. It's now or never if we're going to get to Caralthas. My father and the armies of the Free Nations should be there. If we hurry, we may be able to participate in the mother of all battles and finally push back the Ice Lords.
If thou dost throw thyself into this battle, the only thing that thou wouldst find is thy death, and the only chance thou hast for saving this world will disappear with thee. Their armies will not win. He knows this, but that is not what motivates him. He is seeking his father's approval. He wants to buy the crown by delivering us to his king. He believes we are at his command. But he is mistaken. I only serve and live for the World Heart. Thy elven city is closer. I can feel it. Forget these suicidal battles. If thou join with them, thy so-called friends will end up turning against thee out of fear or envy.
Randvol is a man of honor. He will fight at my side whatever I do.
The knight without a cause. He wants only one thing, to die with dignity in a desperate battle. Thou hast no more choice. Thou must hasten to the World Heart and do combat there. And if thou art not slain, at least one of thy companions, if not all of them, will betray.
Vulcan? Vulcan? You were
Yes.
You have to make a decision soon. Will you join us in the...
I don't know yet.
I understand. It's been a long day. I'll let you think it over for a while.
Arundel wants me to go with him to Caralthas.
You should go with him. Caralthas is our only hope for now, and the prince seems like we would be safer there. Both the human and elven armies are gathered there, and I believe the elven sages are some of the wisest people on Vertial.
It's pretty obvious what happened to me. A demon has somehow gotten into my head.
And this does not worry.
All I know is I'm a lot stronger since this
For now, all you seem to care about are these newfound power. But what will happen if it also grows stronger? Have you noticed how much you have already? I fear that soon there will be little left of Vulcan. In any case, you must find out more about this thing. You must go to Caralthas. I believe you must find a way to control this thing, or even...
Prince Arundel is asking us to join him.
For years now, the knight has fought. The generals, the kings, and the chiefs of those armies were usually... If the mercenary goes to Caralthas, this prince will use him for his own purposes and sacrifice him if he cares for nothing beyond his own safety. And if he is faced with the Ice Lord, the knight is weary of these doubts and petty thoughts. He wishes to return to the attack and strike the Ice. If he was in the mercenary's place, he would like to know that he would not stand up.
We'll be able to break camp soon.
For now, we're going to stick with the Red Scribes. Yep. In any case, this war is looking worse and worse for us. In 10 years fighting, but considering what's left of that, for the moment...
Thy captain is less stubborn.
He is the best weapon we have. Since he's been with me, we've beaten a Juggernaut and a Dead Walker General. He could be...
I never know if it's you or it that's talking to me. So let's go to Caralthas. I'm not going to pretend this is the best plan.
Do you think we ought to follow them?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. But the prince's company seems both unnecessary. Believe me, I know his type all too well. Invested with a mission, he is soon overwhelmed by, probably named by some obscure, in the name of his family or because of an idealized vision of his future duties as sovereign. He will chasing after glory and honor, unprepared and unprotected.
Seeing the shit we're in, I don't think he's doing it just for the glory. He's got an interest in having
And in making it look like everyone has survived entirely due to his talents, and not those of a mercenary who can produce flames and Do you really believe he wants you around just not to mention the increasing threat implied by our friends dressed all in red?
What do you suggest we do?
When we get to Carolthas, we better give them the slip and head to Blackfrost's domain.
Why should we go down there?
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the elves, and like all the lands of the Ice Lords, it's a point of entry into the World Heart.
There you are, at last.
We will go together to Carolthas, but once there our paths must part. I have to find the World Heart and...
I hope that you will change your mind on the way.
It is but a stage.
It's not enough.
It is a stage. To move in haste would risk incinerating this body, and that is not what we want. Why think thee that the necromancers use their ritual spears to suck the lifeblood from the world heart? Why think theeist that not one among them can control the flame? They can but use the energy of the world heart. We hold its power, the flame. Aside from the dragons, no fleshly vessel has ever been able to master it.
Yes. See what good it did them? Now that I am revealed, the sorcerers will covet this power.
As do thy supposed allies. Thou shouldst beware of them and their weakness. Let nothing stop thee from preserving thyself, lest we finish as did the dragons.
Perhaps it is time I took things in hand.
Vulcan, have you seen something?
They use thee.
You coming, Vulcan? Your captain will be wondering where we are.
Yes, of course. Let's go.
There you are, sire. Right. Change of plan. Seeing how cold it is, it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the dead walkers have already been here. They're still close.
We must rejoin my father's army as swiftly as we may.
I think we already found them. Take a look around us.
There are survivors. Apparently they are camped not far from here. This soldier will lead us to them.
Prince Arundel, my lord, can it be you? Soldier, what happened here? Is the king with you?
The dead walkers took us by surprise. The cold and the ice. We stood no chance. Almost all of the city has been invaded by the ice.
My father! Where is the king?
I know not, Your Highness. But a few of us were able to escape. Lord Commander Valen has built a camp close by the city.
Valen is here! Take us to his camp.
By your leave. Follow me, my lord.
My prince, we had lost all hope of seeing you return safe. We have no word from Bastion.
Bastion is lost, Valen. We came into this war too late. The General of the Alliance gave his life that I should escape with Relmar.
The deserter. What business did he have at Bastion?
The deserter was fighting, while you and your wondrous army waited warm and safe, sat upon their asses. I hope the result is pleasing to you, Valen.
Silence, both of you. Relmar saved my life, Valen. For now you will consider him pardoned.
By your will, my lord. And I see that you are escorted by the Freeborn Blades.
In truth, they are escorting the Red Scribes, but their presence is our good fortune. They have already once put the dead walkers to rout in the marshes. This man slew one of their generals before my very eyes. I will tell you more of this later. Now I must speak with my father. Where is he?
No one knows, my prince. The king was still in the royal palace when the river Estelduin fell upon the city.
The river? What happened?
'Twas like a great wave that froze all that it touched. We had seen the approach of the Deadwalkers' vanguard 4 days before, and we had raised Caroltoss's defenses in preparation. Not even the sight of 10 juggernauts would have feared us, but we never dreamt that an Ice Lord would come to lead the assault himself. He walked calmly to within an arrow's flight of the gates, never once speaking. And then the river rose up from its bed to form a gigantic cloud that hung up over Caroltoss. We understood our peril too late. Near all of our soldiers stood atop the ramparts or in the streets when the ice cloud fell. All were frozen where they stood. That was his signal to launch their assault, but we were already vanquished. We fought to cover our retreat.
We must find the king!
I know, my prince, but every entry to the city is guarded, and we cannot risk being discovered.
It is clear we will not travel 200 paces if we do not first slay the sentinels close to the encampment. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city and save your father.
I'm sorry, but you'll be going without the Freeborn Blades. Our mission here is completed. We will only be able to go on a reconnaissance mission. I had men in Carolthas. If they're still alive, I must do all I can to get them out. But if it's confirmed that they're dead, my company are leaving. The Red Scribes have been delivered to Carolthas. Our contract has been fulfilled.
We are only delivered outside the city gates of Carolthas, Captain. The gold that we owe you lies inside its walls.
We have brought you as close as is possible. I will not send my men to their slaughter. You are in the hands of the Elven army now, Liestas, as was promised. The fact that you failed in your mission is not my problem. You can keep your goddamn gold. There's nowhere left in this cursed region to spend it anyhow.
That is regrettable, Captain. Your experience would have been a boon to us. I can only hope you will reconsider your decision.
Some of my soldiers tell me that the Deadwalkers have taken prisoners. Perhaps your own men are amongst those unhappy souls.
Vulcan, we'll make camp close to the south gate. You go and question those lads. With a little luck, one of them might have seen something.
Understood, Captain.
Wait! Wait! There are many powerful creatures around us.
How powerful?
One of them feels too strong, even for you. The others are less able to resist you. You should start with the weaker ones and absorb their energy before taking on the big one. Do you think you can handle it?
I'll let you know after I've tried. Damn, it's freezing here. Aren't you cold?
I've spent many winters in libraries with no heating. Which reminds me, do you know if the
No idea. You looking for any book?
Not a book, many books. The elves have the most advanced culture in the world.
Just in time.
What happened to you?
To me, nothing. It's about my people.
No.
No. I mean, yes.
I'm not sure.
I'll explain. Every elf possesses a stone of souls, which contains the memories and emotions from all the greatest. These stones are passed from generation to generation. It's a way of preserving them. With all of those who died at Carolthas, you're no doubt the one who will be traveling to us. Actually, all of my people.
All right, I'll take care of it. But don't expect to see me dancing around with a wheelbarrow.
That would, in fact, be an amusing sight. But I do get your meaning. Whenever you can, check the bodies of, even if we manage to save only a very few, we will at least preserve some of the memories of my people.
I'll see what I can do. I'll leave you here.
Vulcan, I hope you've got good...
I still haven't found...
It's there.
There were freeborn blades.
Your cap, talk to them.
What's this?
We've lost control of the outlying areas. The Deadwalkers have set up 2 watchtowers.
2 towers, huh? Precious. I could take them.
That would let us try to execute some sorties. Up to you. But if you do, because that breathing room won't...
I'll be going.
Mercenary.
How did you get out of here?
I don't know. All I know, I just had the time to grab my weapon and get out into the village square. Sometimes, the sense of duty is more powerful than the...
Maybe the cure we made finally...
Relmar told me about that. Maybe you saved my life twice, not just once. Who knows?
I'll be going now.
I have nothing to say to you, mercenary. You want to follow these gutless elves? That's your choice, not ours. Now leave us! Good day, even if the
I have some... Let's talk. I'll be going.
I wish I could go out on a recon, but...
What is it, Vulcan?
I wanted to... The Blades who were in the city.
I hope so. I really hope so. After all, generally the island...
Let's change them. I have to go.
Huh. If I knew how messed up everything was gonna be.
I bet. But we're lucky you followed us.
Yeah, well, seeing what's left of the village, it's not like I had a choice. And with you around, business is better than ever. I'm not...
Let me see what...
Knight knows this region well. He came here once before while he was protecting a delegation from the... He would like to reconnoiter the area.
If you think you can find something useful, go ahead. But remember... Edwin.
What can I do?
I would like to... Aren't you cold?
Is that your polite way of suggesting?
I was simply
Oh, how touching. But after having spent nights on...
I'm going to have...
You offer me what? Sword play?
Hey, Buffalo.
Not before I've seen you blown up by one of your toys.
I'm going.
I saw you getting friendly with her. She's not what she pretends to be.
I know she's not playing straight with us. She's got her little secrets, just like every...
You don't understand. It's a lot more serious than little secrets. I found some very worrying information in one of the labs. 200 or 300 years ago, there were other groups of sages and magicians, like the Red Scribes. One of these...
So you think that they were the ancestors of the Ice Lords or something?
I'm getting to that. The White Lords lived in the north of Vertil, out in the ice. We know little about them. For a long time it was believed, but in reality they somehow transformed themselves. And in one of the books that I consulted, it was the portrait of that...
Look, I understand why you're angry with her, but you're taking it too far.
Maybe I am overreacting, but you don't seem capable of reacting at all. She's been lying to you ever since you dragged her out of that cage, and one day she'll stick...
We'll see. I need your help.
If you want.
Greetings, mercenary. I hope you're here to help us defeat the Deadwalkers.
in this sector.
watching this sector. Thank you for your help, mercenary. The going's a bit steep, so be careful where you step.
ask you. Let's change later.
A good day to you, mercenary.
Greetings, mercenary.
I'll be going now. The way is clear. I took out the dead one.
And my men are in position. Good work. We'll be able to keep an eye on the entire zone and avoid...
I still...
It's them.
There were...
You're talked.
Nothing. I'll be... Edwin, I need to...
What can I do?
I'm going to have...
You offer me?
Edwin,
What can I
we need to
do? We have a...
Now,
How in...
thanks.
Mercenary.
Did you see any freeborn blades in Carolthas after the Deadwalkers' assault?
Any what?
Freeborn blades.
Difficult to say if they were mercenaries, but I saw some
Do you know where they were?
Only thing I saw was that they were split into several groups.
What can you tell me about your command?
I hardly know him. I wasn't in his unit. As far as I know, he wasn't that high up, but he... Anyway, I have to admit that he managed to bring us together, set up camp.
How are things going?
Bah, in a way you could say everything's fine.
How did you manage?
Bit of luck. I pulled... It was... Anyway, I jumped into my uniform and ran like crazy until I found my commander. And now he...
I'm leaving.
not think that victory will suffice. There are enough of them to raise the alarm and call for reinforcements.
We have to find another way. I've seen everything. The Deadwalkers kicking each other's asses.
I beg your pardon?
What? This one talks. What the hell are you, a lich? A zombie scribe?
We've only known one another a few seconds, and already you insult me. Charming, I must say.
If you aren't one of them, then what are you?
I am an immortal superior spirit. And you?
So you're an Ice Lord. I thought you'd be taller or something.
I have absolutely no involvement with that bunch of cheapskate conjurers, and I would never humiliate myself by working for them, since that's what you seem to be suggesting.
Yeah? Rotting flesh, sticking out bones? You sure as hell look like a damn Deadwalker to me.
Tut tut. Did no one ever tell you not to judge a book by its cover? It's true that you're young, but use your wits. Would I be fighting my own troops if what you suggest were the truth?
All I can be sure of is that you're not really alive, and that makes you my enemy. And what's more, you're in my way.
Body will not survive more punishment. In all my 6,000 years, I have never witnessed such power.
you seem to be as unique a being as I am. What is the source of your power? What are you?
There's a demon inside me. A creature of flame that claims to come from the world heart.
How fascinating. Even if the term demon seems to lack precision. Nonetheless, I must confess that in spite of my vast knowledge, I have no idea what this entity really is. At last, something interesting. I was almost dying of boredom. I suspect that exploring what's inside you will probably be quite exciting. No, don't speak. I'm coming with you. I can't wait to find out more about your case. So how shall we begin our newfound friendship?
I have to go into Carolthas. You seem to know your way around. Come with me.
But of course, there is no finer guide than myself. I know a secret way into Carolthas.
Mathras, do you have a moment?
My dear...
Who are you exactly?
I am Mathras.
Right. So why aren't you out there hanging out with your dead walk?
First of all, I don't have any pals. I'm a little too old for that. Secondly, I find your implication that I'm associated with them most unpleasant. I've been around for over 6,000 years, and I'm still very much alive, thank you. I admit this body is looking a little...
6,000 years old? Hey, you don't look a day over 250.
You flatterer. I did, however, lose a toe this morning. Nonetheless, these dead walkers are simply... Whereas I am an immortal spirit who changes bodies when they wear out. There's absolutely...
That's not so dumb. It's what allows you to go on having an effect on the world.
Exactly. I give these bodies extra life that they would not have had if they'd stayed dead. Though, of course, these days, it's unlikely they would...
We need to talk...
What would you like best? Perhaps I should use Espehor the Ancient's fighting technique. Or something... My boy, you must learn to make
I want to ask... What do you know about the...
Apart from the fact that they're an incongruous mass of corpses with appalling bad taste that are animated through the use... I can tell you that the power necessary for their creation and to keep them working is far beyond the magical ability. And since it's obvious they are incapable of any decision-making or strategy, they are clearly, all of which suggests the Ice Lords who are controlled. Something I grant you quite...
Do you have any...
In all my long lives, I've never seen your like. I have seen real demons. When I lived as a war drum player amongst the dwarves.
Dwarves are just legend. You're yanking my chain.
It would be churlish to mock someone when it is so easy. Thus the dwarves did exist, and I was once one of them. They used to use these little creatures, barely the size of toddlers, in their enormous forges. They were little red creatures with tiny horns and a wicked air about them. You see, they were able to survive in the flames. The dwarves called them demons. You look a little like one of them, only much bigger. And you have an even more pronounced affinity with fire. I'm reserving judgment about the wicked attitude. I believe this affinity with flames is no coincidence. You are clearly a response, a weapon, and your purpose is to face the Ice Lords. It is entirely possible that you are the fruit of an attempt to rebalance the forces of nature. Alas, I have no idea which entity is behind all of this.
In 6,000 years, have you ever...
Honestly? Well, no. You are, as you might put it, fucked. Or at least the mortals seem to be. But you carry something within you that may modify things somewhat. And it is this seemingly insignificant detail, this flap of a butterfly's wing, which may eventually change the apparently manifest destiny of the world as you know it. This demon, as you call it, has never before walked the earth. Neither he, neither it, nor any other of its kind. If they had, consequently, and in spite of the evident futility of such a sentiment, there may be grounds for you to feel a slight glimmer of hope. That is, of course, if it is your desire to avert.
Well, talk to you later. He looks like one, but don't worry. He's on our side. I'll take responsibility.
Fear not, my young friend. I don't eat elves. They play havoc with my digestion.
Easy on the jokes, please. Two fairground freaks walking around together is already enough to get us into trouble. I took care of that Deadwalker barrack.
Really? Excellent. Now we can...
I'll be going now.